Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hey there, folks. This is Brad Varnell, and this is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And today I am so excited. We have an incredible guest that has joined us this morning. This lady just has an incredible story. She's so enthusiastic and really just loves, cryptocurrency. We had a chance to chat for a few minutes and get to know her a little bit. And I'm really looking forward to introducing those of you that love me to her community. So one of the things that we're going to do today, folks, is we're going to do a little bit of a giveaway. So we want you to watch the show, but we also want you to go into the description of this video and click on the Amy Lives Crypto YouTube link. Go and subscribe to her channel and then make a comment on the last video that she did. Make a comment saying something about you're there because of Infinite Crypto. Towards the end of this video, we are going to go over there and we are going to pick out our favorite comment, and the person that we pick is going to get $50 in USDT, either on the Ethereum or the Binance Smart Chain Network, whatever you prefer. So please go subscribe to her channel and then get back here as fast as you can, because we've got an amazing show. I'm really looking forward to having her share a little bit of her story, why she's so passionate about crypto. And I just thank you very much for coming on, Amy. So here we go, folks. Welcome, Amy Lives Crypto, to the show.
Thanks so much for having me. It's so good to be here. I get distracted. I'm watching the chat because I see my friends in here, and it's just so lovely to be here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming. So, real quick, let's just, dive right in. We met through Billy Goat Tales, Giver's Gain.
Yes.
And, such an incredible Twitter space. And one of the things that we love about those guys is that they bring good people together. So I could tell right away that you were somebody that was doing special things in the cryptocurrency arena, and started watching your videos. You have some amazing content. And so just, give us a little bit of your background. How did this all happen for you?
Yeah. So thank you for the question. I started my journey the traditional way. I had decided to go to college, so I ended up getting a degree in economics and business, and then minored in finance through all of that. So traditional finance is definitely where I believed that my career was going to live. And I started managing a financial firm in 2017. So think wealth management, retirement planning, all of the things that you should know about. It's good to be educated about. It's what I thought planning for financial freedom was. So early 2017, started managing that. End of 2017, I was introduced to Bitcoin, and that was so internally disruptive because it smacks everything that you learn about in school and everything that I talked about on a daily basis. It blew everything out of the water. It was not only this new money, but it was a new way of living. It was redefining what money was and what value was. And you looked at your time differently, and you looked at how to invest in retirement accounts differently. And so it kind of got to the point where I no longer had passion speaking to clients about traditional accounts. It was almost like I no longer felt fiduciary in my conversation. So I wasn't necessarily looking out for the best interests of clients because I knew about a better form of money. So end of 2023, I had taken my short TikTok videos, moved them over to YouTube, and just decided this is going to be tough, but it's something I'm passionate about. And I think the best thing that we can be in life is genuine and authentic. And ever since September of 2023, I have been uploading a combination of what I know from traditional finance to what I love about Bitcoin and blockchain and other cryptocurrency projects. And from that, I have clients who I used to see quarterly or semi-annually saying, I don't get to see you in the office anymore, but you're teaching me how to invest in Bitcoin. And that absolutely just brings a smile to my face every time I get those messages. So I know I'm doing the right thing, and I'm still small, but this is the happiest and most grateful I've ever been in my career. So
awesome. One of the things that I love about being able to bring people onto the show is you might not feel like you have a lot of subscribers yet, but I can tell from the little bit of time that we have spent together that you have an incredible amount of knowledge up here.
Oh, thank you.
So when she says that, you know, she's being humble, folks, but this gal has been involved in crypto since 2017. So she's got a ton of knowledge and a ton of experience. It's just that she just recently really started working on her YouTube journey. And I love that because so many people do it the other way around. They just decide they want to do a YouTube channel and they create the YouTube channel and then they kind of figure out crypto as they go. And a lot of times, you know, they're just faking it, and it's hard to distinguish sometimes between those people because they can talk a big game, talk and make some sense, but a lot of times they don't really have any type of a roadmap to share with you. But that's not the case with you. Like you said, you started investing in 2017. Do you remember back then what you bought for the very first time, how scary it was? And you know, what was that? Did you get Bitcoin first? What did you buy first?
Bitcoin first, yes. End of 2017, I want to say, and I remember thinking Bitcoin was so expensive, $14,000. And that was the height of that run, I believe. And so, of course, you get the FOMO and you're like, I can't believe I bought it at that price. But now looking to prices nowadays, there's never, not financial advice. And I hate that I have to say that, but I'll just throw it in there. I never think it's a bad time to buy Bitcoin. I mean, obviously, so back in, I think it was 2020, I also purchased MarketCypher because I was like, I believe in this. I'm going to be investing in it all the time. I'm not going to be living in the TA charts. That's why I visit those other streams like Piper Academy, Alexo Crypto. Those guys are amazing at TA. But I wanted to know enough to educate myself on, is a dip coming? Is, you know, what's going on in the markets? Why is it going so high? What's the volume? You know, looking at those different indicators. And so 2020 was MarketCypher. And then it's always just kind of been like every time it dips, when people are saying, oh no, it's going to zero. What's happening to Bitcoin? What's happening to these other altcoins? I think those are great days. The feeling of when a limit order that you shorted gets filled is, to me, one of the best feelings ever. So yeah, Bitcoin's been a journey and it's here to stay. And I think the more and more people that we can educate in a kind way, I think the more people can benefit from that. So I think it's the true path to financial freedom, honestly. And so it's fun to talk about every day.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. And real quick, let's just go into the chat and say hi to some of those folks that you mentioned. So Army Piper was here almost an hour early. This gentleman,
he's amazing,
owns an incredible YouTube channel, Piper Academy. Feel free, if you guys are still here, to throw your link, into the comments section here. And folks, I definitely highly recommend, if you want some incredible technical analysis and somebody that really knows, what is happening now and in the next 5 minutes and in the next day, Piper Academy goes live every single day, I believe, Monday through Friday, and really, really helps his community know what is getting tackled today. So I'm more of a long-term person. I'm worried about what's going to happen 6, 12, 18 months. He's really focused. He's focused on the long-term also, but he really loves knowing kind of what's happening quick. So thank you for being here. Deadwood, my friend. And I love Deadwood because he always reminds everybody to smash the like and share the video. So thank you for being here. And definitely, folks, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Helps the YouTube algorithm. We've got Investing Bros. Hey, thank you so much for being here, man. We've got some really incredible influencers and some great YouTube channels watching today. So thank you, Investing Bros. For those of you that don't know, they also have an amazing channel and do some incredible work in crypto. They also have a ton of experience. They've been in this space for a long, long, long time and really know what they are talking about. Oh, hey, Amy's here.
Sorry, I can't stay out of your chat. I have to be in it every day.
Crux of Crypto, what's up? Crux is another valuable part of the team for the Piper Academy, so thank you for being here. Tim G, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. Matt S, excited for the show. Saw Amy on Army Piper live, and her knowledge pulled me in. Absolutely. That's what pulled me in too. I went and watched the first video that I ever watched of yours, Amy, was that Roth IRA video. And
That was a fun one to make.
So much value in what you talked about in that video, and it was very obvious that you really knew what you were talking about. Once again, like, you can't fake that knowledge and some of the expertise that you shared in that video. And that's what, I knew you were the real deal when I saw that. Eric Bernstein, good morning. So this is the gentleman.
The trainer.
This is my trainer. So Eric, you would love Amy, because most of the time when her and I conversate, she always reminds me to drink my water. Yep, she's always telling me, make sure you get your water in. We got Dave P, thank you for being here. And wow, awesome, man, thank you so much. Retro Mike with the 1999 super chat.
He's such a gem of a person. He's so great.
I love that, man. Thank you very much. If there's anything during this video, during this show, any questions that you would like to ask, anything at all, please feel free to mention it in the chat, and we will make sure to do everything we can. We got Deadwood saying hi. Do we have anybody else in the chat that I have not said hi to? Yeah, it looks like we've got Crypto King. Crypto King, good afternoon, everybody. That's right. I always got to remember it's afternoon for half the country, even though it's still morning here. So, yeah, so once again, folks, for those of you that just joined, go hit the Amy Lives Crypto YouTube link in the description. Go to her latest video, make a comment on there, say whatever you would like to say. Let it be known that you subscribe to the channel and that you're there because of the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. And we are going to give away $50 in USDT later on in the show. So, so we kind of got into a little bit of your background, how you started investing in crypto. I want to really talk about one of the fun things for me is really understanding, a person's why and their passion. And so you kind of said that you've got a little guy in your life that means the world to you. It sounds like he's getting ready to have his 4th birthday. And so is that part of what really caused you to start looking at this freedom thing differently and the ability to spend the time that you wanted to spend with him and not have to be away from him? Is that part of what drives you?
Yeah. So, Solomon, my son, he is turning 4 this Saturday. And it's funny because I think it was on Piper. He's so amazing. He's like, ugh, such good people. He mentioned on his stream, he's like, yeah, Amy still has a full-time job, but she works from home and she's doing these streams and doing content. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't think I've mentioned the most important part of me, which is that I'm a mom of a 4-year-old. And like, that's the thing that takes my time. Like, everything else is like, when I get to it, I'll get to it. But he wants to cuddle and he wants a snack and we're going to watch Super Kitties. Anyways, yes. And so I think ultimately being a mom, and you can probably relate as a parent, but once you have a child, you look at your time a lot differently. I used to be the one who would roll her eyes when moms or parents were like, it goes by so fast, because you're like, okay, no, you have them for 18 years of their life and it takes up all your time. But it does. It 100% goes by so fast. And the fact that you get them, quote unquote, for 18 years until they're an adult, it's never long enough. You want them, around you all the time. And I hate thinking that one day he might want to do something on his own. And so I think with Bitcoin, for me, it's such a philosophy. It's not just financial freedom. You start to question, what is actual money? Why does money have value? Why are we looking at these fiat dollars with such promise? And that's what I'm chasing after, when they can be printed away and mean nothing years from now. And so to me, investing in Bitcoin is not only securing a financial future for my son and generations after that, it's valuing my time. It's not having to go into an office and sit there from 9 to 5, wondering what he's doing or wanting to be close to him. It definitely makes you reflect, and you sit there. And we had spoke previously and you had said, did you always imagine you'd be 9 to 5? Did you want to get out of that? And I think how I was raised and the education that I was given through college, it was just like, this is the path to life. This is the way that, and you don't question it. Because for me, my college was very much be disciplined, be motivated. I had all of those things. I was good at school. I read a lot. I wanted to learn. But I never questioned that people just work. And then, yes, when I had my son, it was, no, there's got to be a better way here. And Bitcoin again was another answer to that desire to have more time to be spent how I wanted. So for me, it's not about Lambos. It's not about having 7 homes. It's about having the freedom to wake up and be around my son instead of rushing to the office. So to me, those are the things that I want.
Absolutely. That is what is so important in life, and I think that we're on the same wavelength in that, where freedom is so important. The ability to get up and be with your son all day long and not have to have some stranger, raising him while you're at, an office is priceless. You cannot put a price tag on that. I'd rather make $3,000 or $4,000 a month and have that than to make $50,000 a month and not be able to,
100%.
do those types of things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
awesome. So what are you trying to accomplish during this next 12 months? What are your goals? What are you trying to dollar cost average into? What are some of your favorite investments?
Yeah, I love that question. And coming into this space, everything moves so quickly, and people I have found, I love opinions of others. I've never been one to negate what people are saying or to just be super focused on my thoughts. I love collaboration. I love hearing the different strategies of others. So many people have reached out to me saying, if you would just focus on Bitcoin, you would grow so much quicker. And here's the thing. I think Bitcoin is king. Like, that's not a question. But I think I would be doing a disservice if I didn't look into the technology of other cryptocurrencies. For Bitcoin, it is a long-term play. It is of the highest value, I believe. Michael Saylor, like, listening to him talk, like, amazing. He knows his stuff. And he, when he goes on different shows, he interviews himself. Like, the person doesn't even have to talk. He knows everything that there is to know, and everything that he says makes sense. The caveat to that for me is that there are people coming in who are younger generations looking for hope in their future, not sure how they'll ever even get to buy a house one day. And so to tell them, take maybe the $20 that you have this week from your job, that doesn't pay well to begin with. You're probably paying rent. Groceries are more expensive. Take $20 and put it into Bitcoin and hope by the time that you reach retirement age, or 40, depending on your age, that it'll make you, financially free or to your goal. I think it's do the research, look into blockchain. Like, I think blockchain has so many endless possibilities that for your channel, logging in and researching microcaps, depending on your financial goals and what your current ability is with the money that you have to play with, I can't tell you that it doesn't make sense to put something in, to a project that could 20, 100x, and then take that and take your initial investment, put something into Bitcoin, and keep having play money to get yourself to a better spot. So I'm sorry for those who want me to be a maxi. I believe in Bitcoin 100%, but there's other use cases for things, and blockchain technology is going to be the future. So to completely dismiss what the space has, I think it would not be fiduciary if we're using traditional words.
I love it. That's a great answer, and there's so much truth in that, and so much wisdom. I'm with you. I think if somebody was 20 or 30 years old and they wanted to be retired by the time they're 60 or 70 and have a nice nest egg, they could certainly just do nothing but buy Bitcoin. But if you're 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 like me, and you would like some financial freedom in the next 1 to 5 years, I think you have to go a little bit further down the rabbit hole, unless you are already doing amazing in life. If you're already, a multimillionaire, and you can, you're excited about throwing $1 million into Bitcoin and then watching it 3 or 4x to 3 or 4 million, I think, yeah, that's a great strategy. If I had $1 million liquid and I just wanted to turn it into 4 or 5 million, and not really have any risk. There's always risk, but Bitcoin is about the least riskiest thing in the world. Most people haven't realized it yet, but I'm with you. So that's part of the reason that I do what I do is because I know there's a lot of hardworking middle-class people out there that, like you said, might only have 20 here, 50 there, 100 here, 100 there. And I want to give them the ability to potentially hit some big wins and give them a little bit of distance between, zero and some wealth. So I love the way that you said that, but I'm with you. Bitcoin is for sure, the top dog, and it's such a great place, as you mentioned when we were talking off camera, to take those gains from these altcoins and from some of these other things and put them into Bitcoin. Something else that I'd love for you to just expand on a little bit more that I thought was really insightful. And you started talking about the blockchain.
Yeah.
And I think so many people, when they start hearing about crypto, they think it's this magic, imaginary internet money that has no value. It's just something that we gamble and speculate on. So could you just talk a little bit more about the power of the blockchain and why you believe in it so much and what it's going to do over the next, few decades?
I love that question so much. And I know I'm not going to do its full justice, but I'll definitely give it a try. I honestly think that blockchain is going to encompass everything at one point. I mean, we're getting to the point now where real world assets weren't even part of a conversation a couple years ago. And now there are major companies investing in this technology. I think, and I had mentioned it in one of my previous videos, I just think that having the ability to use the utility that comes with blockchain technology would just make the world such a more honest place. And part of me feels that there has been pushback from our regulatory system on starting blockchain technology and really, bringing it to the forefront of our lives, just because the things that would be revealed if things were on blockchain and trackable, like where's government spending going? That could easily be on the blockchain. Voting could be on a blockchain. We could see where and when and who every vote came from on a blockchain. So yeah, the honesty that comes with the blockchain, things that are able to be tracked on the blockchain. I've said it before. VeChain right now is so cheap, not financial advice, but the whole concept of VeChain, and whether it's actual VeChain or one similar to it that's coming, being able to track where your food is sourced and being able to actually prove that your food is organic instead of the stickers that are put on there and they really don't meet requirements. I just think the blockchain can improve life so much. And so being able to have those conversations with people and have those conversations with companies to start integrating that into their companies and into the lifestyles of people, it excites me. I think we'll get there. But again, when regulation can and does drag their feet, I think we just need to get louder and plant more seeds and keep that conversation going. So yeah, blockchain is could make everything better. And it will. It will.
Absolutely. That was a fantastic answer. I think you did amazing. And I didn't even pay her. I didn't even pay her to talk about VeChain, folks. Didn't. I promise.
But that is not financial advice, but it's super cheap right now. It's super cheap right
now. My mentor, Amy, he got me. He begged me to try to get me into crypto early 2017. He was buying Ethereum at $9. He was buying a token called Neo, which doesn't have a whole lot going on right now. It's not, it's kind of lost its luster in a sense, but he was buying, it was Ant shares when it first came out, and then it rebranded as Neo, and he really loved it because when you own Neo, it spits off a token called gas. So for owning the Neo, you get a secondary token, and he loved that passivity. His goal was always to own the Neo and never sell it, but use the gas token that he got for life, kind of like with a dividend stock. But one of the first tokens that he got me into was VeChain. Back before it did a reverse split at one point in time where it went, one token turned into 100 tokens. So I remember buying VeChain back in 2018 when it was like $8. And then when it did that 100-to-1 split, it went all the way back to 8 cents, just in a split second. But then when they introduced the VTHO, the VTHO,
Yep.
so I loved that. It was a similar setup to Neo, where when you hold the V chain, you get the, you know, the VTHO. And so, yeah, that's always been, you know, one of my favorite tokens. My son owns it. My daughter owns it. We even had a good friend of my son's that went on a trip to San Diego with us a couple of years ago. And at the end of the trip, he tried to give me $100 to help pay for the trip, and I told him no way, and he's like, he insisted. So when we got home, I told him, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and I bought him some VeChain and a couple other cryptos with his $100, and I still hold that to this day because we haven't had a really major exciting run up, but I'm hoping, you know, that young man just graduated high school, is 18 years old, and I'm looking forward to someday, hopefully towards the end of this year, where I can tell him, hey, Angel, that 100 that you gave me a couple years ago, that's worth 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, and give him that. But I love the fact that you mentioned VeChain. It's one of my favorite tokens, and it really does show the power of the blockchain. You know, like my wife and I, we were at the grocery store a couple of days ago, and she's scared to buy chicken these days because she's so worried that we're going to get that synthetic plastic, you know, manufactured stuff. And I can see where VeChain can be a powerful asset in that arena. So awesome.
Yeah. I definitely, and I haven't looked lately, but I want to say that VeChain is down 90%. So I mean, not saying to buy, but
buy.
Honestly, that's the one thing too. Like when I'm looking at the tokenomics of a project, first and foremost, it's what problem does it solve? And
Amen.
does it align with my values and morality? Because there's so many coins out there now that does it align with what I believe? And yes, there will be some that are out there, like there's 18 plus adult meme coins now, and I'm sure they'll do well. Like the story behind them and how people make money from them, like that's a route for people to go. And I'm not here to judge, I'm here to educate. But for me, investing in those, that's not the route that I'm choosing to go down. But there's so many know that. So there are memes out there, and some people just want, to invest in a dog with a cute little hat. That makes sense. I can get there on that. But there's things out there that it's who's behind the project. Is it the most honest? So many things that you have to research. And I love that with your channel, you literally show people your process of researching for coins. Not a lot of channels do that. They say DYOR, not financial advice. Good luck to you. But it's you walk people through and you show them. So I really appreciate that, especially for microcaps that I don't necessarily have on my radar.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Part of the reason that I do that is because I was such a noob. And when I first got started, even my mentor who taught me some incredible stuff, we never really talked a lot about tokenomics. So, I don't remember who it was, but I remember back in, 18, I was a really big fan of Ripple. It was one of the first tokens that I made. I made some pretty good money. I bought it. I was able to get it at a quarter. It wasn't way, like it was at 0.006 or 0.006 or something like that, less than a penny, previously. But I got into it after it had become a little bit more mainstream. But I still watched it go from 25 cents to $3.60. In a very short period of time, from like November or so of 2017 to January of 2018. So like a 30 to 60 day period of time, at about 16x'd. In fact, I was over at my mom's house, who was really super speculative, she did not like this crypto stuff at all.
Brad, what are you getting yourself into, Brad?
Yes. And I'll never forget showing her my portfolio. Back then, we had the Blockfolio. And I'm showing her my portfolio, and literally while I'm at her house eating dinner and just hanging out with her, Ripple made this massive move. And like my Ripple portfolio went from $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,700. And like by the time I left the house, it was like at $2,500. It like did 150x in just a couple of hours. And so yeah, I've got But anyways, I remember telling somebody that was a lot further along in crypto that, man, XRP, just imagine when this thing is like a $10 coin, a $20 coin, a $100 token. And he's like, man, I don't think you understand tokenomics. Do you realize how many XRP there are? And like, in order for it to be $100 token, it would have to have a market cap that's basically impossible. And that was one of my first lessons on how important tokenomics are. I didn't realize that Bitcoin is worth X amount of dollars, partially because there's only 21 million of them, where XRP, part of the reason it was only worth a quarter was because there's billions of them versus 21 million for Bitcoin and stuff. So that's part of the reason that I kind of try to incorporate that into what I do, is because it was something that I was, frightful.
And hopefully we're all still asking questions. Crypto can be extremely confusing. And for anyone to pretend that they know everything that there is to know about crypto, hopefully red flags go off for you, because all of us are still learning, because in crypto, you have to continue learning. It's not just, it's not just like, oh, I finished my Princeton program in cryptocurrency, or I read, like, I have so many, you continue to read books and you continue to educate yourself. It's never done. And there's so many people willing to hold your hand and walk you through this. And when you're logging into these streams, and like Alex O Crypto, like I log into him every day. It's 2:00 my time. He's always sitting there answering questions for people, showing them the TA. Piper Academy, all three of those guys know so much about crypto. There's so many resources, and they're so good about their discords and answering questions. And it's really, if you can get to know people and know their personalities and realize how honest they are and how much they do believe in givers gain, there's so much knowledge and so much confirmation that you can have on the other end. You don't have to be guessing your way through crypto or faking it until you make it, as far as like knowing what everything is about. So never be afraid to ask questions. Never be afraid to reach out. Like, so many people are here to answer your questions. I just wish people took us up on it, I guess.
Absolutely.
And some do. Some are amazing. And I love answering questions. But then again, too, that's why I create content, is because people are like, I don't get this. And I'll make a video. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
I love it. There's a gentleman out there, I know that probably a lot of successful people have said this, but the first person that I heard really say it like this was Brad Lee. And he says, your network is your net worth.
100%. Yes.
And it just, it shows up. So another, Billy Goat Tales, Redman from Billy Goat Tales messaged me last night at like 6:00. He says, hey, you want to go to a Caspa meetup here in Vegas? And I'm like, yeah.
Is he in Vegas?
I do.
I realized he was also in Vegas.
Yeah, Redman lives in Vegas. So I literally got ready, threw on everything. It was awesome too, because my wife was able to come with me. So my wife and I headed down to Fontainebleau Casino down on the Strip, went to this incredible meetup. They had this buffet of food, guys. This was the best buffet ever. I took pictures and sent it back to my son and his friend, because they didn't want to go. And like filet mignon, salmon, like incredible salad. It was like one of the best meals I'd ever had, and it was all free. Not only that, I got to meet Shai, one of the higher up guys for the Caspa token.
Okay.
Along with a lot of other networking, 2 or 3 different projects that I think I might end up doing some videos for in the future. But it was all because of Billy Goat Tales and actually participating and becoming friends with these guys.
Just salt of the earth people, such good people. They don't come better than Billy Goat Tales.
They don't. I agree. So with that, let's run over to your channel and see if we got a few new subscribers and some comments. So give me just a quick second here.
Sure.
I don't have it pulled up yet. So let me, we're going to go to which tab here? We want to go to this tab, because I was looking, I hadn't had a chance to watch this video yet. Let me make sure that I change my view. I do that so often. I'm looking at the website, but you're still seeing us. So I got to go over here and hit this button.
I'm looking at your chat here, Brad. So I'm just going to see what people are.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, one thing too that I wanted to mention that we didn't touch on. Crux of Crypto is in here. And for those of you who don't know, he's part of Piper Academy. I mean, most people probably do know, but he does amazing work in their Discord, and he does like deep dives into altcoins. And so if you haven't been in that Discord, definitely check out his work. He's super thorough. That's one that I definitely go to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Crux, if you're here, feel free to shoot your link to your Discord group. So I know there's a lot of influencers out there. They don't like anybody else posting links and all of that kind of stuff, but I'm not like that. I believe in abundance. There's enough people that love cryptocurrency for all of us influencers to do very, very well. And, you know, maybe I'm not your cup of tea, and Crux of Crypto and Army Piper are just like your people. So I always recommend checking out other channels. And I agree, they have an amazing Discord. So if you get a chance to throw that link into the chat, please feel free to do so, Crux, and hopefully some of the people will join your Discord group. So we've got your video here pulled up. And I think this was your latest video, wasn't it?
That's the new one. Yeah, I just got that up the other day.
Cool. Let me refresh the screen here.
Gold, 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 gold.
I love this video. Bitcoin crushes gold, and here is why. So this is another reason that I really want you guys to subscribe and check out this channel, because Amy really does some research and talks about some things that I don't necessarily get into as much. Same thing like with her, why a Roth IRA is such an amazing place to put some of your cryptocurrency wealth. So there we go. We got a few popping over from the Infinite Crypto family. Deadwood, thank you for being here. For Christ the King. Yeah, so thank you all for, you know, for those of you that did come over here. It looks like we only have a couple of people so far. When this video's over, Amy, though, I'll definitely put something in the comments. And Eric came over, Tim G came over. So a few more people there. Mr. J 520 put a ice cream cone. So however you want to do it, Amy, you pick out whatever comment you think was the best comment, whichever person you want to.
As far as who wins,
they're going to get $50 in USDT. Yeah, so you get to pick the winner out of those comments there. Whoever you want it to be is who we're going to give it to.
Okay, first of all, I did not, this is very nice of you, Brad. For those of you, I did not know he was going to be doing this. And so I just feel like it's only fair. So I'll match the 50, and you tell me however I need to send it to you, Brad. So I'll add to that as well, just because it's giver's gain. Like, here, take this. Everyone deserves it. As far as picking goes, where are they on my screen? Am I just going to my channel to look?
Yeah, if you go to your latest video, that Bitcoin crushes gold, you can see the new comments that came in over the last, half an hour.
It's gotta be Eric Bernstein, but I'm biased because I know he's a trainer, but he's doing good things for people. He's like in there making sure that you're motivated. If you feel good on the inside, you can think clearer, you do better in life. So I think I gotta go with Eric.
Okay. Eric it is.
And we'll coordinate. Well, after this call, we can coordinate, and I can send whatever you need, USDT or USDC, whatever you need to whatever wallet. We'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good. And then real quick, while we're on the subject, let's pull up CoinGecko while we're here real fast, and kind of just take a quick look at the market today. Oh, I know I had a quick question for you. So there was some big news yesterday about Ethereum, and the SEC, and them deciding that Ethereum wasn't a security. And a lot of the folks that I really respect in the crypto world believe that announcement could maybe kind of signal the bottom of this market. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, as far as now alt season is going to run and we're going to keep going up and up now? Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, so a lot of people are thinking that we don't see a whole lot more downside. There was some people that were kind of worried about Bitcoin maybe crashing all the way down to 45 or even just into the 50s, and it feels like there's a lot of sentiment now that feel like Bitcoin might be bottoming out here at the $65,000 range, and that the altcoin pomp and altcoin season and just the bull market in general is maybe ready to take off again compared to the downturn that we had seen over the last 3 months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that could be, and that all makes sense. I just feel like since being in crypto since 2017, you always know it's going to go up eventually. So whatever signal you're looking towards as to be like, we're out of the bear market, now we're just going to fly. Like, honestly, when the Bitcoin ETF was, accepted, I was just like, here we go. But then again, I have to take a step back and be like, do I have biased energy because I know that Bitcoin is going to be amazing for the rest of its existence? Yes. I tend to also think I'm not worried about how long we're sitting in a bear market because with each fiat paycheck that I get, I am so excited to throw it into Bitcoin that it's like, let them sit, let them be a little bit lower. It's eventually going to pop, whether or not it's the SEC being embarrassed and they have to kind of halt what they originally were trying to go after. I don't know. I'm always voting that the bull market is beginning, but if we have to sit here a little bit longer, I welcome that too. I no longer am in that mindset of, gosh, I'm worried. Things really need to start going. Like sometimes you log into some TA shows and they're like, we really got to hold support here or else we're really going down. And it's like, okay, but so we go down. We're going to go, if it's a solid project, we're going back up. Just put some money in now. Like I love it, a good discount, but yes, I for my energy on this hump day, I will be like, SEC's embarrassed. Everyone believes in Ethereum and all the altcoins now. We are going to rock.
I love that answer. And then look at this, Amy. We've got a couple more super chats.
Hi.
Retro Mike, thank you so
guy.
much. I appreciate that. And then Tim G, smash the like button and subscribe here and X for both channels. And that's another thing too that I'm glad you mentioned, Tim. Thank you. Amy is on Twitter. We've got a link to her. What's that?
Description.
Yeah, we've got a link to Amy's Twitter account in the description. So if you're on Twitter, please go follow her on Twitter along with her YouTube channel. Do you have any other socials that you would like us to point people towards? Any other links that you would like us to add to the description, or just Twitter and YouTube's good?
I have Instagram. I have TikTok. My TikTok is... I have so many fake TikTok accounts out there that I haven't posted in a while because so many have taken my picture and my that I just feel dishonest continuing to post on TikTok if I can't prove that it's me, because there are some that have like 10,000 some followers more than my actual one. So I was like, maybe I'll just move to YouTube. But okay. There's Instagram. I have Instagram. I'm mostly on X and YouTube every day on X for sure. YouTube, I try to get on there at least once a week. So yeah.
Awesome. My son is way ahead of me. He already found your Instagram and it's already in the description. So
well done. Thank you.
Follow on Instagram. Thank you, Eric, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. What an incredible stream. I really enjoyed having you. So real quick, let's go back here to CoinGecko and let's bring up VeChain. For those of you that may or may not have heard about it, the ticker for VeChain is VET. If my computer wants to work, there we go. VeChain here. It's up little over 7% today. So it looks like the markets are enjoying the Ethereum news. But here you can see, folks, it's ranked all the way down at 48th in the top, in the market cap ranking. And it's all the way down to under 3 cents. It's sitting a little over 2.6 cents. And as Amy mentioned, folks, during the last bull run, this thing went all the way up to, 28 cents. So it's 90% down from its previous all-time high. This token, though, has been around for, it's low here. It was showing, March of 2020, but it's been around, as I mentioned, all the way since about 2017. So this is a token that has gone through 2 bear markets and just kept on building, kept on coming out on top. And so this is definitely a token that, that both Amy and I really love and are excited about. Do you have any other tokens or anything else that you'd like to go over while we're on CoinMarketCap?
Man, I'm kind of in a lot of stuff. I've really just been what I've been doing is I've been DCAing a lot into Bitcoin. And by DCAing, like not specific like planned days, but when it goes down, I'm definitely throwing money into Bitcoin. The chain was one that I saw that was really low. I mean, there's the ones that are now everyone's talking about them, but I believe in Ondo. That project is a big one. Ton, there's a lot of movement now on that one too. So I definitely have my eyes on those. I guess one other one that I will say, I was in a Twitter space this past Saturday, and ApeCoin. ApeCoin is down a lot, and ApeCoin, they're going through a transition where they're now going to have Ape Chain. And so Ape is down quite significantly. And I know too, like their marketing kind of fell off. But what it sounds like, and there was not a lot of people in that conversation, I think it was mostly just DAO people who were discussing this. It sounds like they're going to revamp marketing. Ape Chain is coming out. So is it going to be as in our face as before? I kind of hope so, because if it is, I mean, we know that that token can really run. It sounded like they had to, re-envision how they were going to do things. But now I think with Ape Chain, I think there's definitely going to be more utility for that coin. So I'm researching that one quite a bit. And I believe that one is going to at least have a bit of a run for a while. We'll have to see what they come up with. Seems a little hush hush for now, but I'm trying to dig wherever I can.
Okay. I love that. So I pulled up Ondo real quick, and now we're taking a look at ApeCoin. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I actually just interviewed Ernest Lee from Decrypted Tax.
He's my tax professional.
Okay, awesome, man. He is incredible. Really have enjoyed getting to know him. And so we did a video yesterday that we recorded and that we're going to be publishing here in the next week or so. And then he's also going to be coming into the Infinite Crypto Inner Circle here in the not too distant future. And all of you that are part of the Inner Circle are going to get a chance to ask him, whatever questions you want. But yeah, he is a huge, supporter and proponent of ApeCoin, and this guy is super smart, guys. He really knows what he's talking about.
So into the community, like knowledgeable, really smart guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So awesome. Well, thank you for that. So there's a couple more coins that we can put on our radar, Ondo and ApeCoin, or something that I'll definitely take a closer look at. And it looks like we had another super chat. I don't want to miss this. Crypto King, thank you so much. So this is something that's kind of brand new, Crypto King. I don't know if Amy, how much she knows about it. What? Crypto Crag. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw King. Man, my eyes. I need to wear my glasses more, my reading glasses at least. So Crypto Crag. This is something that kind of just happened. I haven't really looked into it much. What do you think, Amy? Have you spent any time really, digging into this newly announced Tether alloy that is the new stable backed by the gold?
No, but I promise you I'm taking a note right now, and I will find out by the end of the day. See, that's what awesome. I love too. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, let me just think of no, I had not heard this. So that's amazing. There's so many people in this space with little snippets here and there. You best believe I'm going to be researching that today.
Awesome. So Crypto Crag, we appreciate the question, and we will get back to you on that. So, well, with that, Amy, I want to respect your time. I know you've got a lot on your plate, and you want to go spend some time with Solomon.
I'm planning a Spider-Man birthday party. I have to get all the balloons ready. I have to go get the cupcakes. It's going to be epic. I'm sure I'll put something on Instagram.
That's how old were you when we did the Spider-Man stuff? My son, when he was seven years old, did Spider-Man for Halloween, and Spider-Man was one of his
lifestyle.
One of his favorite characters.
I have a ghost spider costume. That little one on Spidey in front. Sorry, you guys. This went left fast. But Spider-Man is a vibe. We're living it. I just have to get through Saturday.
Awesome. Well, I hope he has the most amazing birthday party and just a day filled with love and happiness, which I know he's gonna.
It's what life is all about.
Looks like we got one more question. They don't want to let us go. Which
Retro Mike.
Crypto Mike?
Yep, Retro Mike.
Retro Mike. Where's the question? Oh, there we go. Retro Mike, you have done enough. Thank you for another super chat, Retro Mike. Question for Amy. What are your thoughts on Tau? They have 19 subsets covering various areas of compute segments.
I don't know much about Tau. Is Tau on your radar?
Nope.
Mike.
I don't know
Mike,
much about it
you're keeping
either.
me busy.
Right? Another.
Can we pull up a chart quick for Mike? Can we pull up to see where that is on CoinGecko?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have time, we'll push this for you, Mike. We'll push this for you. We'll look into this.
For sure. Let me get that out of our way.
Areas of compute segments.
And Tau, T-A-O, right? Oh, this computer. I need a new computer. If anybody wants to send me a new laptop, let me know. I will get my address to you. So is that BitSensor? Is that what that looks like the one that comes up as Tau. Let's take a quick peek at it. Retro Mike, if we're on the right token, let us know. If we're not on the right token, let us know so that we can get on the right token.
I've done a script. Crux here is saying he did a script on it. Very solid project. It's all about building AI via subsets and machine learning. Well, that sounds amazing. See, again, you guys, Discord, Piper Academy, Crux has us. But that's definitely someone that's one I will look into, Mike. So I know how to get a hold of you. I'll let you know what I find. Maybe I'll do a video on it too. Sometimes when I start to do so much research and I fall down a hole, I'm like, I might as well be sharing this. So thank you for that, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like it's...
Yeah, Mike confirmed BitTensor is that.
Yeah, so it's ranked 49th. Let's see what its previous all-time high was. Its previous all-time high was, $757. So it's still got, almost 60% move to get back to its previous all-time high. You can see, folks, that had you bought it a little over a year ago, you have already made, closing in on 10x on your money. So what's its market cap at? Its market cap is sitting at about $2 billion. So I know a lot of folks that, that scares them off a little bit when they see market caps that high, but I don't think a lot of people realize, the overall market cap right here in crypto right now is showing at about, $2.5 trillion. And there's a lot of us that believe we're going to see a $10 trillion market cap by the end of this bull run. And if the market cap in general goes up by 4x, some of these tokens that really take off are going to absolutely have amazing, multiples. And so don't let a $2 billion market cap scare you, folks. If it's a token that you really believe in and that you like the looks of, it probably is able to be bought. Yeah, you can buy it just about anywhere. Get it on Gate.io, Binance, Mexi Global, just about anywhere you want. I'm sure that it's also probably available. Let's see, what chain is it on?
I think the amazing thing too is that AI in general right now, I don't think it's doing yourself a disservice to look into all projects that are specialized around AI. We've all kind of had snippets of learning and knowing and realizing what AI can do, even through ChatGPT. And that's not even like a seamless process yet. Like, it's still kind of clunky. But when you do deep dives into what AI is going to be able to do in the future, I think at least getting yourself out there and exposed to AI projects, I don't think that's a bad idea.
I would agree. All right, folks. Well, unless you have anything else that you would like us to cover before we get off of here for today, I think we will call it a day. I loved having you. I can tell this is not the first, not the last time we are going to have you on the show, for sure.
Sounds
so
wonderful.
Thank you so much for being here. God bless all of you that have been here and spent this time with us today. And Eric, I'll be giving you a call and we'll be setting up a workout soon. So with that, folks, have a fantastic day. Go sub to Amy's channel and we will see you very soon in the next video.